We have somebody here who is one of the prince of comedy, the king of happiness, or otherwise known as Rick, the P is silent, Jalbert. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Phil.
Regina, how do you put up with this? You and Regina have been dear friends of ours. If you don't know Rick Jalbert right now, folks, you will by the end of this segment, who's not only a compassionate and light giver in our community for what he does, he's also one of the best guys around from Bay Coast Bank. Yes, you are. And also one of the early founders of the 24th Annual All-Star Basketball Challenge that's going to be happening this Friday. And that's at the Boys and Girls Club of New Bedford and Wareham now. Let's get right into it. It is so wonderful to see you, Rick. It's awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you so much for having me here, Phil.
Now, I want to know, is it true that you and Josie Gonzalez were some of the early founders of this great thing?
We actually, I started it one year because I was in the over 35 basketball league, and we were looking to give back to the club some way because they were struggling financially. So we started this basketball challenge. It was, at that time, the high school all-stars played against the old men from the 35 and over league. And we didn't draw much of a crowd with that, whatever. So we modified the event over the years until eventually it became a high school basketball all-star challenge. Josie invited me to join the board in the second year of the event, and I've been on the board at the Boys and Girls Club since then. And Josie and his family and me and my family have sort of run this thing for 24 years now, this being the 24th. And it's a fundraiser that's very instrumental in throwing some operational funds to the Boys and Girls Club, which is so critical. I mean, we're reading the newspaper these days about the tough things going on in the local schools.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if the Boys and Girls Club wasn't there?
No.
How severe that would really be? Because you can't believe we invite everyone to come and visit the Boys and Girls Club to see what actually goes on there. It's not just a bunch of basketball and whatever. There's homework room, gyms, game rooms, teaching young people how to be good young adults and how to find their way in life.
And the kids depend on this. It's a daily extension of their homes, especially after school, Rick. You know that.
It really is. A lot of these children don't have any place to go after school. They would be all by themselves. So it's important that this place stay open and available to them. We've struggled for my 24 years on the board. It's been a struggle to come up with the operational funds. We put a $2 million addition onto the building about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And we service over 1,000 children in the greater New Bedford area in Wareham. Average of over 200 children come there per day. So it's really, really a critical function within the community. If people are looking for some place to throw their funds that they might have, extra funds, the Boys and Girls Club could certainly use that.
For everyone who's called this radio station with a complaint about kids, send $5 to the Boys and Girls Club, and I think you'll receive a lot of money. You know, it's just one of these organizations, ladies and gentlemen, that touches the kids' lives and really does make a huge difference. Now, Friday, March 25th, at the Boys and Girls Club, there on Jenny Street, you're going to have a fabulous event. Tell us all about it.
Well, there are actually going to be 4 basketball games this year. We've added a biddy game. This is a group of 4th graders who will be in the smaller gym. They'll start at about 5:30.
Okay.
Then the second game of the evening will be in the big gym, and that's going to be some 7th graders from Dartmouth and New Bedford facing off against. These are the up-and-coming stars,
Okay.
people
Yeah.
you'll read about in the future.
Sure.
And then at 7 o'clock, our 2 masterpieces, all the all-star girls that you've read and watched this year will be in attendance. And the way we match it up between the girls and the boys, between the 2 girls teams, is that the Durfee players, along with the OCL, EAC, and Mayflower League all-stars, play against New Bedford SCC All-Stars.
Oh.
New Bedford High School and the SCC All-Stars.
Yeah.
We do the same thing again in the boys' game.
Okay.
But we've got all of the top stars that you've read about all year. Of course, the highlight for us was Bishop Stang winning the state championship. And we have 3 players from the Bishop Stang team.
Who do you have coming in?
Well, we got, of course, Bryson Goodine and Damian Perry, and some kid named Avery DeBritter. You know him, Phil?
I do. Celeste, and I love him. Speaking of Celeste, I just want to send out a very dear radio hug to Regina, Rick and Regina, and Josie and Kathy. You know, it's always about teams, husband-wife teams that make things work. So I just want to make sure that all of you understand that this is a team effort. And we hope that many of you listening right now will somehow support the Boys and Girls Club. How can we do it? Do we attend with a $5 admission? Do we send in a donation? What should we do, Rick?
Well, certainly that would help. We're expecting a full crowd Friday
yeah.
night. Don't be discouraged by the parking. Please find a parking spot. You won't be disappointed when you get in the building.
Right.
It's going to be great basketball. I mean, we've had great players over the years with Bonzi Colson, who's now playing at Notre Dame.
Sure.
Reuter kid, he's at Virginia now. So we've got some really solid players who have played here in the past. And a lot of the top name stars, I'm sure Bryson Goodine is going to make a name for himself based on what he's done so far in 2 short years.
Sure.
So, yeah, attend. We have a raffle in conjunction with this.
Okay.
It's kind of too late to get into the ad book because we had to put that to bed last week. But we thank all of our supporters who have donated from year after year after year. There's a whole list of ways that you can support the event. And we started out the first year, Phil, we made $1,800. Paltry $1,800, you know, but it was a start.
Of course.
And then it's kind of grown, and we've modified it over the years to the point where this year, the dollars we raised this year will put us over a total of $500,000 over the 24 years.
Oh my gosh, $500,000. Again, folks, do you see, this is why it's not hyperbole. Rick Jalbert and all the others are light givers in this community. It's so very, very important. This is a signature fundraising event for the club, and we want your support. And also I want to mention, as I did earlier, you are with Bay Coast Bank. Bay Coast has been one of the early sponsors of this, and they have to be radio hugged as well.
They, well, when I went to Bay Coast 8 years ago, they took over the sponsorship of this event. They annually send a check for $5,000 towards the event, so they kind of kick things off. And last year they bumped it up to 6, so it's wonderful. But I want to emphasize the fact that this has been a family thing.
Sure.
With the Gonzalez family and the Jalbert family, all of our children attend and help out, whether it be to pass out shirts or referee. My son Brian has either played, refereed, or coached in all 24 events. So it's been a fun thing for the families. And, kind of a good feeling, you know, gives you a good feeling.
Absolutely. And Rick, how time flies by. Huh? When you think about the kids who are this high and now they're passing up or coaching and whatnot. This is the 24th annual All-Star Basketball Challenge taking place this Friday, folks. We ask for your support, and you won't be disappointed by all of the games. The biddie game. Is that new? It sounds.
It's something we put in this year with Robbie Mendes, the executive director, recommended it. He said that that's the game when they have the Bay State League games that draws the most people because it's 4th grade kids.
Sure.
So now the mom and dad and grandparents are there, and brothers and sisters, and so we're hoping to have an additional crowd, and of course they'll filter into the big room after their game.
Yeah.
So the last couple of years we've really rocked the place, and it's kind of heartwarming to see all those people show up for something we all put together. We've got a great committee too. Jason Almeida, Andy Springer, and Jay Williams help us out tremendously, and probably leaving somebody out. But Wendy Crowley, who works at the club, kind of spearheads things in the background, creating the ad book for us and so forth. So everybody pitches in, and we get things done.
Yes, that's how it is done. So Wendy and Robbie, We send out our very best to you and to all of the staff and the volunteers, everybody. And it's going to be so exciting to see these all-stars playing. You know, it's really something to see the very best of the players locally get together and have a fun game and yet a challenging game.
It really is. I'm really looking forward to something this year which has never happened before. I'm sure you've read about the Westport girls and their utilization of a 7th and an 8th grader on their starting roster for the varsity.
Huh?
Well, those two girls have been invited to our game. And so we're going to have a 7th and an 8th grader there. It's Laura Mendel and Lindsay Oliveira are going to be in our game. They both committed to come and play. And so kind of a nuance for us, young people. Coach of Westport, Mike Ponce, is the girls, has agreed to coach both of the EAC teams.
Sure.
And my son Brian will coach the other two teams. So it's just a fun night. We got a bunch of kids from New Bedford High School. Riley Induil from the girls team, DJ Burgo, Ellie Condi, and Desmond Jernigan are going to be there from the boys team. And I guarantee you we will have both Collins Award winners. I don't know who they're going to be yet, but we pretty much have the whole list covered. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have both Collins Award winners playing in that game Friday night.
Awesome. I want to turn the page for just a second. I haven't heard you crack any jokes yet, Rick. Come on.
My wife, or bad.
I love it. Well, we have somebody special on the phone right now. Folks, as you well know, Dr. Michael Rocha has been spearheading a wellness movement here in the New Bedford area and is very much involved with the Boys and Girls Club. He's on the board there, and every Sunday between 11 and 3 o'clock, Dr. Rocha has organized all kinds of things, yoga and wellness, and the New Bedford Wellness Program for adults at the Boys and Girls Club, Sundays, 11 to 3 o'clock. Dr. Michael Rocha, hello there, my dear friend.
Hey, Phil. Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. How can you not do well with Rick Jalbert by your side?
He's a good friend of mine, and it's really a privilege to be on the board with him because he actually is one of the people that recruited me to the board at the Boys and Girls Club. And listening to everybody talk this morning, it brings back memories because I was a member of the Boys and Girls Club as a kid, and logged a lot of hours going up and down the basketball court there. In fact, I played in one of the original basketball challenges many years ago, but I'm not going to say how long ago. And now on Friday, my youngest son, Jacob, is going to be playing in the biddy game. So it's going to be a interesting experience. But, the Boys and Girls Club is just such a special place and so important, just as Rick alluded to earlier, for the community. And how important when we see all those things that are our challenges in our community, this is a solution. And embracing the Boys and Girls Club is really so important for our community to do, to help as many kids as possible to have that opportunity to grow, which is really what the mission is to produce, happy and healthy individuals. And that's happening with Robbie Mendes as the executive director and all the great people that are really working hard to make it a beacon of hope in our community.
Yes, absolutely. And every Sunday, don't forget this, folks, you can go by the Boys and Girls Club between 11 and 3 and get all kinds of yoga. Is that with or without whipped cream, or is it Cool Whip?
Yeah, right. I know. Well, our program on Sundays has really been growing, and we've introduced a very interesting aerobics program. Our nutrition program and weight loss has been well attended. Our meditation program has been attended. We've had the South Coast Health Band has been doing health screenings and immunizations. UMass Dartmouth nurses have also been coming and participating. So we really are building this community of wellness, and it's just been very exciting. In fact, we have free massages at the second Sundays of the month. Paula Lynch has been coming by, so if anybody's stressed out and needs a massage, you can come join us as well.
Rick is writing this down as we speak. And, we're talking about the familial aspect of all of this. Dr. Mike, you and Rick have a very special relationship, I know, because you are his cardiologist.
I am, and I really would say that if that's another privilege. The nice thing about growing up in New Bedford and coming back here is that I really have the opportunity to help people in our community, and also, what Rick has done in the last year to really transform his life has been really remarkable, and I'm very touched by what he's doing to help others as well.
You are so awesome in all that you do. There's so many ways to thank you, but I think the best way would be to have everyone show up first Friday and then Sunday. How's that?
That sounds fantastic. And the other thing is that if people are interested in donating to the club, they just need to go to the website, and there's an easy way to donate. If people feel strongly, and we would really embrace anybody that wants to support our club to get to the next level and continue to improve and to continue to serve the people that are the members that are benefiting now, but as many members as we can reach out to.
Thank you so much for who you are, what you do. You're another light giver, my friend. You really are. Rick, anything that you want to add?
I'd just like to thank him for saving my life.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How do you follow up with something like that? God bless you. Dr. Michael Rocha, all the blessings in the world surround you, Betty. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Mike.
Thank you, Phil, and may everybody have a great day.
You betcha. Wow. He helped save your life. This is, okay, folks, and this is where it's at. We want your support. We want you to show up Friday. The time, once again, is...
The Biddy game goes off at 5:30. Then the Up and Coming Stars goes off at 6 o'clock in the big gymnasium. Then at 7 o'clock the girls, and immediately following girls, like 8:15, the boys tip it off. It's a $5 admission that gets you can see all the games, and if you like basketball, this is a great venue to come and visit, and you're going to see some great basketball. It's a really nice event, a lot of enthusiasm. The place is packed. It's a great feeling, yes. Much like the state championship game.
Yes, absolutely. And a raffle and just goodness all around. It's the signature, one of the signature fundraisers for the Boys and Girls Club of New Bedford and Wareham, and we want your support this Friday, the 24th annual Boys and Girls Club Basketball Challenge, right here in New Bedford, March the 25th. Anything that I didn't ask that you'd like to add, Rick? Anything at all?
No, just I really like people to be mindful of everything that we said here today, because it's really important. The Boys and Girls Club services over 1,000 children between New Bedford and Wareham on an ongoing basis. There are over 200 children there every day. We have vans that go and pick children up from school to bring them there, and then we hold the children there or take care of the children until their parents get out of work or whatever that may be. So they have some supervision, they have some guidance, they have some direction, and nothing more heartwarming to see those kids running in with their report cards when they come out and showing them off. And our children are doing exceptionally well in the classroom, so we're very proud of that. We're very proud of what the organization does, and we certainly want to thank you for the opportunity to present it to the community.
Always count on me for being there for people like you and Josie and Regina, all of our love, and to Kathy and to everyone who helps out. Who else is on the staff? Repeat their names again.
Wendy Crowley.
Yep. Robbie.
And
then there's Jay and...
well, on the committee is Jay Williams, Jason Almeida, and Andy Springer.
Yes, absolutely. To all of you, thank you so very, very much. And we want to see you Friday, and we will. It's 9:28 as we continue. Coming up next, we have the editor of the editorial page of the Standard Times, Jim Giarruda. Our special guest will be joining us, so don't go away.